pursuit of 365 days of bursting purpose. Days I wake up blooming, feeling extraordinarily capable. Those times when I feel most like myself, imaginative, productive, supernal, creating only within the limits of the sky. I indulge in my blessings and smile with my whole heart. I emit rays of unrelenting faith in my journey. I encourage myself to run full speed. Today is more important than the day before, simply because it is happening now. Yesterday owes me nothing, and tomorrow will blow my mind, because I know who I am and I understand why. Mirrors never lie. They are annoyingly honest. Even when I don't like what I see. I'm learning to take ownership of every scar and mark, untamed hair, and the lines along my silhouette. I spent some time in the mirror smiling at myself today, just accepting what I have to offer and forgetting what isn't mine to give. We didn't even know how to swim. Both heavy with emotion and unprepared, we fell in while we were waiting. The connection pulled us under. I held my breath until you held my hand. There was tranquility in our waves, so we floated blissfully in those fantasies. And when we made it back to shore, nothing was ever the same. I finally stopped counting the days and started anticipating the nights where I could watch your chest rise and fall while you sleep. I made you work and wait and chase until the leaves changed to crimson, gold, and sweet cinnamon, every piece of me softening, soul shifting, morphing. I was finding myself in your eyes. I felt alive in a way my younger self would never understand. You were the first person to call me a woman, and I became a woman in love, a very tangible, fluffy feeling. Your kisses stuck to my ribcage all day. Thick and rich, they dripped down like honey, falling at my feet as I fell deeper. Our conversations covered me and mended my wings. like Medea's warm oatmeal in the morning. I was home. I nuzzled into the smooth and smoky texture of your voice. Like 2 ice cubes in a glass of whiskey, it centered me. I was grounded, and yet I was flying. I was getting swept up in the wind, the leaves, the trees, a harmonious cacophony. What kind of pact did you make with the breeze to make me feel like it was blowing for me? I was very busy trying not to fall in love, and you were planting seeds of trust and pulling weeds of fear. Now we're laughing at inside jokes and stealing kisses in the middle of sentences, and I hope that you can't see the butterflies poking through my sweater, and you try not to smile so big when I come around. But your eyes tell all your secrets, and my rosy cheeks talk before I can. So I surrendered. I started relishing every moment so we could just be, simply and implicitly us. You remind me of a safe place I've never been to before. Inside a bomb shelter, safe from Cupid's hollow points, knocking down shells of men that sit on shelves within the hallways of my heart. Modest exhibits of past loves that showed arms that could hold, but not protect. Distant lovers that never had the weapons to regard or repair. But I would welcome them with open arms. I didn't know the difference between someone choosing me for the moment or simply choosing me. I was investing in emotional securities. But then there you were, cloaked in an armor of supernatural understanding and declaring freedom, holding me with arms that were made to defend love and keep it in a safe place. Our house was on fire. The smoke choked the breath in my lungs until there was no fight left. Just tears. The heat was so intense that it made the walls sweat. Or maybe the house was crying too. Were you mad at me? Was there something I could have done differently? I combed over every argument, reworked every decision with different scenarios. Every selfish moment made me feel sick. Why would you leave now? There were no definitive answers, and there was no time. There were clouds of darkness between us now. We spit too many embers right at each other's throats. I noticed the smoke, so I opened the window and I waited for rain. But it never came. When you live in purpose, your gifts will make room for you. You can be one tree of thousands in the forest. Your branches will still stretch out. Your leaves and flowers will still bloom. The sun does not discriminate. Every single leaf won't get the same nourishment, but you can spend your whole life filling in the gaps and creating balance. Imagine being the only tree in the forest where the mama bird creates shelter for her family. You are needed. You are important. Why not you? As long as you stay rooted in purpose, your branches will allow you to explore many different paths. You're allowed to be, think, and feel on more than one plane. Real freedom is giving yourself permission to try. True happiness is knowing that you are still you, regardless of what grows. Success is relative, and most importantly, it's fleeting. Seasons of success are peaks and valleys of victories and misfortune, overflows and droughts, praise and abandonment. And in the end, you'll still have you. In the end, God still has you.